boys are back. Your boy is back.
Trying not to get slapped currently.
I'm your boy, AJ.
I'm your boy, Amity.
Come on, bro. Don't hurt yourself. I heard that.
I'm your boy, AJ Styles.
Alright, so hold on.
AKA
AJ Morrow.
Hey, hold on, real quick before we kick it off. I want to give a shout out to my boy. Congratulations on your first show.
Oh yeah, love.
Proud of you, bro.
Y'all know, man. Follow my YouTube, my music, Morrow 2 times. Y'all know.
That boy Snap, man. He on the rise.
Bro,
you know, I ain't gonna tell him about the little bloopers that you had up there.
Nah, yeah, it's all good. Hey, nah, I fell up the stage.
Oh, okay.
I tried to be Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he tried to. Yeah,
I tried to jump the stage and I tripped. And
everybody else that show walked up the stage like a normal person. And bro wanted to be a cartoon character and do all this stuff.
It's all good though. I'm good, man.
But your man's rocked the house, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm coming though, but we on. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I could just see you after you get up on stage, just going, oh, just before starting your.
That would have been too wild.
Before starting your show.
But we got on this. We talking wrestling now.
Bro, let's get to it. That's what we here for.
Today we got top baby faces, top heels
in one video
of all time. So we gonna run it through. We gonna give y'all as many as we feel like, and then But yeah, so. How we starting this off, man?
Well, let's start with the easiest one. Let's start with the people y'all love. Let's go Babyface.
Alright, so the good people. The people who, when we was kids, we was like, just had to cheer for them.
For sure.
And now they get booed.
So how you want to go? You want to go here or you want to start here? So it don't matter.
Since my man's back, since he back on the show because he was gone last week.
I had to take a brief hiatus. I was going through some personal ordeals.
Yeah, we gonna let him go first. Who you got as like one of your top favorite baby faces like of all time? It ain't gotta be. It could be any era. But it's WWE though. We're not going outside of the greatest wrestling company of all time.
Oh yeah, because them dudes out like they do whatever. Like ain't no heels or baby faces like really like that in any other.
Well, it's there, but you really gotta pick into it to find it. But for me, my first babyface, I'm pretty sure this was everyone's, childhood hero growing up. I know it was yours. But I'm going with John Cena.
Did you really just say that? You're shitting me, right? Anybody that agreed John Cena had a babyface?
You know what? If you have something to say, then come in the video. My boy Royce here in the back, he hiding, but he wants to give him his 2 cents.
John Cena had a baby face.
When he on YouTube.
We on YouTube, man.
We on YouTube. We get censored.
Hey, no.
My boy back.
Excuse my French, but anybody that think John Cena had a baby face, no.
He was a baby face.
He was a baby face.
No, he wasn't.
You know what? You want to say something?
Bro, I wish you could just bring up a photo of him right now.
Tell us why John Cena. Well, tell us why you picked John Cena.
Alright, so like I always say, when I was a kid, right? First of all, when John Cena was first on the rise, there was never nobody booing John Cena. That didn't happen till he became the man. They rock with you before you get to the top. It ain't turn on you when you become the man. So I remember when John Cena, he was first coming up, he was on the rapid thing, he was super popular. Then he did the Marine. He did the Marine after Carlito stabbed him and Jesus stabbed him and stuff, which was a terrible storyline to write somebody off TV, but
thanks, Vince.
He did that, and like I think the thing that made him the man was when he beat Triple H. Like when he beat JBL, that's when he was first really getting over. He was organically over. Then he beat Triple H, and he was like, all right, this dude been running Raw for like however many years. Triple H had that reign of terror, and like you hear the passion, the promos, like the cookie cutter stuff was cool.
Pandering.
Yeah, he did all that, but like to me, like John Cena was just my idol as a kid, so that's really why I went with Cena.
But he picked Cena though.
Gosh.
Well, in a sense, outside of
this video gonna be all over the place. It's all good.
Well, outside of like a lot of the old school stuff that he brought up. I mean, I'm basically there with him. I mean,
Johnny Goat.
I mean, he's proven himself, and two, even the other thing for me though is it's just with him being a babyface, it just makes sense because you have him like he's like hustle, loyalty, respect. He's like representing the Marines. You clearly see that every time when he comes out with the salute, the dog tag.
600 wishes.
Hey, look, but hold on, real quick. John Cena was a good heel too. They should just let him be a good heel.
But like saying that one night when he was healed.
No.
That one night stand.
Well, I mean that
before
too.
you talking about before he?
Wait, even OVW, like
Thugonomics,
even before that, when he was in OVW, he was doing a good heel promos and stuff.
The thing with it is too is like if you look at like how his current character is, you can't really make that into a heel thing. You can't make someone who's like you said 600 wishes like respects the Marines. How are you gonna change that?
Right.
Because one thing that'll get mentioned a lot in the video is there's certain superstars that make a great heel only, and then certain superstars that make a great face. They're good at one, not at the other. I'm pretty sure both of you will reference some of those people.
For sure.
But it's just like John Cena as a heel, at least now, would not make sense. Back, like he said back then, it would make sense. Now, not really.
He was a good heel that One Night Stand 06.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's the only memory I can think of.
One Night Stand 06, he was a heel for sure.
So for me, babyface, John Cena.
I mean, arguably the greatest babyface of all time, debatably. So that's a good pick. It's on me, or which way we going?
I'll go next.
All right.
So for one of my favorite all-time baby faces, man, I'm going with the greatest baby face of all time. Never turned heel in his career. I'm going Rey Mysterio.
Boyka.
The master of the 619. I've never seen Rey turn heel. Like you can't turn Rey Mysterio heel.
Can you turn somebody heel under 5'6"?
Like the kids. I mean, yeah. Like come on, man. That size don't matter.
You being petty talking about there's a height requirement.
It's more of his character. The mask. He a hero to the kids. You know, like the luchador style. That's fun to watch. He can't be a heel with that type of style. You know, that's his style. And Rey Mysterio, that's just like it's Rey Mysterio. It speaks for itself.
They turned him heel in the SmackDown versus Raw though.
In the game,
yeah.
I mean, but they turn anybody heel.
Well, you also gotta remember too, if we're referencing the same game, there was also a face like babyface mode too. So there was kind of both.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna go Rey. Man. That's one of my top. That's like my top favorite babyface character of all time.
If anything, too, the other thing that comes into play with that is you gotta realize the one thing that always kept pushing him back in the babyface for sure is every tag partner he had as a tag team champion always turned on him.
Everybody, best friends. Batista turned on him. Even recently, his own son turned on him.
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie turned on him. Like, everybody turned on Rey Mysterio. I don't know why you need to go grab that thing.
Come on, bro.
You think with all the times he's had that happen to him, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? The tide turns, you know, he goes.
He'll turn on some beer, but nah, he the ultimate.
You know, he got a good heart.
Right.
You know?
I can't even imagine Rey Mysterio, like, stabbing somebody in the back. Like, it just won't look right. Yeah, that's my first pick, man, Rey Mysterio.
So when we talk about baby faces, you talk about some of the most beloved people. And we going with top level baby faces. You pick Cena, you went Rey Mysterio. I'm gonna go with a dude who, I'm not gonna lie, as a baby face, I don't rock with him. I rock with him more as a heel, but he was super over as a baby face. I'm going with DB, Daniel Bryan.
Come on.
That I can actually agree with.
I ain't gonna lie, but him as a heel was actually shocking to me. Like, at first, I didn't think he could pull that off because I'm like, dude was the most over wrestler probably of all time in history.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
he had like 1,000 people in the ring.
Yeah.
So, but Daniel Bryan, even though I like him more as a heel, cause I don't like that's corny to me. Like all that, that's just corny. Like his promos were kind of corny. Like, but he could talk though. I just thought he was kind of corny, but. As a babyface, like people just knew how. He just knew how to get people to react to him, and he knew how to organically get a lot of people into what he was doing.
Underdog.
Yeah, for sure.
Being an independent darling helped
he
him
ain't.
well.
You look at a dude like Randy Orton. just look at him like, all right, that's a superstar. You look at somebody like John Cena, that's a superstar. Batista, that's a superstar. Daniel Bryan, that's the normal dudes you see at Walmart for grocery shopping. I don't see dudes like John Cena looking like John Cena going to the store. I'm like, dude, you should do something. Like, you should be something. I don't see people like The Rock in the store. But if I see Daniel Bryan, like, I know who Dan Bryan is, but it's like people just be walking around him like it's Dan Bryan go outside and walk around people and people might not know who he is.
Stop playing with Dan Bryan.
I mean, he look normal, bro.
Bad,
Even if you don't know who some of these people are, like a John Cena or a Batista, you be like, dang, this dude do something. Dan Bryan.
It's like he was over, but you don't think he's as popular as.
No, he's popular, but like I'm saying, like he just look normal.
He just don't look like your typical WWE wrestling.
Right, like I said, you see The
like,
Rock.
He just look regular.
Yeah, he don't.
Like, you know?
He ain't overly muscular, you know, all that type of stuff. So going with DB.
He definitely was over.
Or
Daniel Bryan. He was so over. He changed his entire WrestleMania like matches. He was supposed to face Sheamus at WrestleMania 30, and a match that didn't matter ended up beating a whole Evolution in one night. So yeah, he got over with the crowd like crazy.
He ain't beat Ric Flair.
I mean, he a slaughter Ric Flair though.
Alright, so I picked DB. It's back on, bro.
So are we sticking with baby faces or heels, or can we switch?
Oh no, we going back and forth. So I was the last one. So I picked baby. So now we going heel.
So we'll do 2, 3. We'll do 2 on.
Yeah. So you gotta pick a heel.
Yeah, you gotta pick a heel.
I'm gonna go with a Hall of Famer. He currently still wrestles.
I know.
And he can rock both babyface and heel, but I'm gonna rock with the heel portion of him for now. He is the rated R superstar Edge. I can't do Tony.
Tony Chilton, yeah, we need my man.
We need Tony Chilton for that.
We need my man. Hey, real quick, off topic. Remember when he was on SmackDown and the New Day was around and they were like, you see Edge anywhere? Get out of here. Remember that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Well, one thing, like, not trying to go too much off topic, but the one thing I did love is it was I think it was Beth Phoenix's induction. She was about to do it for Edge, and then you hear Chimwell's like, "Hold on, Beth, I got this one." And he comes around the corner and does the whole thing.
The Hall of Fame thing.
Edge just was smiling because he appreciated it. He's like, "That's my boy. That's my boy, Tony Chimmel."
Yeah, it's only right, bro. You know.
But for me, it's like Edge is, like I said, he's one of those wrestlers that can go either way. But like just his run as a heel overall, I mean, with like how he went with the Ultimate Opportunist, the rivalry with Cena, just like he knew to be as him as a heel, he knew how to do it right. Like he did everything he was supposed to, and he got a lot of heat, especially during that feud with Cena.
Yeah.
With the down goes Cena, down goes Cena.
They feud was crazy.
Yeah, that feud made both of them.
He just comes. It's like what heel goes into someone's house, goes up to their dad, and just slaps them.
Threw my man's in the lake.
It was piss stains on Cena floor.
Wow, like that whole feud was personal. Lita was in the mix. It was wild.
Even with his run with Randy Orton as
rated RKO.
Thank you. I was about to say RK Bro, but
you know what you mean.
But yeah, rated RKO with that, and they mocked a lot of DX too, which was hilarious.
Yeah, they was destroying Ric Flair every week.
But like he could have been one of those wrestlers that they could have just kept heel from the start of his career to the end of it, because he knew how to do it right.
Yeah, he knew how to make people hate him.
Exactly. Sure. There's some people that probably still hate the man to this day, even though he's a face currently.
I mean, I feel like at this point you can't hate Edge, especially after what he came back from.
Yeah.
Triple fusion neck surgery. What you say triple fusion neck surgery sound like?
It just sounds like you're not supposed to, like you shouldn't be able to even move your neck.
That's full retirement.
Yeah, you got plates all in there. And the fact that he came back from that and still going, having great matches.
That's the thing,
48.
though. He's not just having matches. He hasn't, like, top tier caliber matches.
Character work. Like, with the Judgment Day, when he first did that was going crazy. And, you know.
There was so much potential in it.
Yeah,
and
with
it could
the
have
Edge version. Edge version of Judgment Day definitely was my favorite. But I like Finn's version, too.
Boo.
Nah, you tripping.
OC for life. I was about to say F the club.
So, yeah.
Alright, so I'm going with my heel. This is alright. I'm surprised one of y'all didn't. Well, you because I know he ain't go yet.
Well, it might have
But
been one of my suggestions.
To me, this is one of the most underrated heels of all time. I'm going with The Miz, man.
I like that one. I like that one.
The Miz, it's like...
Well, what time period are you talking about?
Just in general, right?
I'm talking in general. Because obviously, his early career, he was heel in general from when he first came in and did with the reality stuff. Him and John Morrison. But I'm talking about 09, 2010 Miz. That Miz was like real. People hated Miz, like telling him to quit wrestling. That type of hatred. Like he really made people hate him, and it was because how good he was.
Well, I think that also plays into the fact, not trying to cut you off, plays into the fact that, like, this, I believe this was also kind of the time period where you're starting to see people from other, like, genres outside of sports coming into wrestling, because a big thing with Miz is they didn't like, oh, like, why is this reality TV star coming and trying to be a wrestler?
Right, yeah. So, yeah, and then, like, he got kicked out the locker room by Benoit for eating some chick, dropping crumbs, and JBL them bullying him, and it's like, and he made a career out of it. He became WWE champion.
Yeah.
And his mic skills elevated from good to great. Obviously, his match is not that great, but he's not a wrestler like that. So, Miz one of the top heels, and still to this day, like even in 2022, he stayed relevant. Like still in a top program with Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis, you know. So he know how to make himself stay relevant. Hey, Johnny Gargano gonna be coming up a lot on this channel.
I think there was a thing that Miz said too, that like more of like an outside career standpoint. I think he said for a while, like he had to change like outside of the locker room. Like he had to change this little section.
They didn't respect him.
He had to change like in the hallway. Yeah.
When you come in from another world, it's hard for people to be like, all right, like.
But nowadays you got people like Logan Paul in their own locker room.
Well, then the other thing they gotta play into it too is like at first like it was just kind of a one-way door. You saw like some people going or coming from Hollywood over into wrestling, but nowadays you see wrestlers, including The Miz now, even though he was already from reality TV, like you see wrestlers who wrestle, and the next thing you know, you could see him in a blockbuster movie that they just released.
Right.
I mean, look at how many movies Cena went through.
Yeah, Miz is the first of his kind, though, to go from reality TV.
to
and that's when reality TV was first coming out. Like,
yeah.
So, the first really reality star going to WWE, there was no respect. You have to go in there and earn respect.
Yeah. And that's like you said, at that point it was, like you said, people, it's not like it is now where people like Bad Bunny could come in and he overly respected by the locker room. Logan Paul, Pat McAfee.
Oh, bro.
Like but Miz, he earned his stripes, man. He a Hall of Fame.
Well, one thing I say too is I know this is giving Miz more props than it should, but I feel like Miz.
I'll give Miz all his flowers.
I think Miz, in a way, paved the way for these certain like reality stars or influencers or YouTubers. Because I mean, I'll go off what you said with Bad Bunny. Look at Bad Bunny and Logan Paul. Both of them wrestled their ass off. They said they looked at Bad Bunny and they're like, he's one of the most recently one of the best guys to like wrestle. And then you look at Logan Paul's 3 matches, including the one with Roman Reigns that these guys covered while I was gone.
Yeah.
Like he wrestled. It wasn't like one of those like kind of spot things. Like he wrestled.
He actually had a better wrestling match than like some people out there wrestling today.
We're not gonna talk outside the forbidden door right now. We're keeping in WWE. This could be for another video down the line.
So when the dude or YouTuber come in and have a better wrestling match than dudes who've been doing this.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna let that they saying stuff that's like outrageous. Like I'm gonna speak on it because ain't no way possible Logan Paul a better wrestler than Kenny Omega. Don't do that.
Who said that?
Don't do that.
Who said that?
Come on, man. We gonna say that though.
Type down in the comments if you think that Logan Paul is a better wrestler than Kenny Omega, or Kenny Omega is a better wrestler than Logan Paul.
They must think that's a fact though, because I never said that.
It's the fact that he's impressive, so people just want to talk and say.
Okay. You know what? I got an idea. We're gonna put a poll down, vote on who you think is better between Logan Paul and Kenny Omega. We will be looking.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Dropping that in the comments.
Hey,
Yeah, on the
Go,
thing, yeah.
yeah,
We
go
got a
crazy.
poll now, yeah. We putting that in there.
Don't go crazy. But look,
Who you got?
And if Kenny Omega's the winner for a video, he has to wear a Kenny Omega shirt.
I'm not agreeing to that.
Yeah, no, come on. No, matter of fact,
Fine. Then here's what I'll do. If Logan Paul ends up getting a higher percentage, I'll have to wear a Logan Paul shirt for a video.
I don't care about you wearing a Logan Paul shirt.
That's not enough punishment wearing a t-shirt. He gotta come on here and say Kenny Omega the greatest wrestler of all time.
That's not true though.
You gotta say
I'm
it.
not saying nothing that's not
You
true.
gotta say that. In his world though. Not of all in his world.
Fine.
In his world,
In
okay,
his
yeah.
world.
In his world, I'll say that then. His world sucks.
But he
So-
better but
Fine. Here's what we'll do.
we gonna go too crazy.
If Kenny Omega gets like if Logan Paul ends up being on Kenny Omega, I will legitimately say on camera that Logan Paul is a better wrestler
You
than Kenny
can,
Omega.
but you can say stuff that you don't believe.
You gonna
Like,
lie.
Well,
So don't say
anyone who knows me, I rock with Kenny Omega. So
it wouldn't make sense. But okay, look, this is my pick. I'm picking. Y'all threw me out, so I'm picking what? Heel, babyface.
heel. I'm looking at this. It's cold though. The red on the other hand, the black on the.
I thought you was doing like a Dominic
That's wrong.
Mysterio type
No,
deal where you
no.
was doing this.
You feeling yourself a lot, man.
Colors, man.
He took what me and him talked to Hard about. He wanted to come on with more wrestling
I
shirts.
told y'all it's coming. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, so we going heel.
Yep.
There's a lot of heels.
Yeah, your last heel. Then we'll go back to babyface.
I'm gonna go with my boy. I hated him as a kid, but I've learned to respect this man a lot. I'm going with John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL. JBL was first of all, before JBL turned heel, he was with APA. You know, they were kind of on their little breakup thing, whatever. All of a sudden, JBL becomes I'm trying to think of what it was called, a stockbroker or whatever it was. He became rich, started pulling up in limos, wearing suits.
Wrestling.
And then like 2 months, to his heel turn, he was WWE champion. Held the championship and was just a disgusting heel. Like I remember he went to the border and stopped Mexicans from coming over the border. Cause he was feuding with Eddie Guerrero. He like kicked the Mexicans like back over the. It was disgusting.
This was during that time period that WWE could get away with doing.
Yeah, you can do all types of stuff.
Social media,
Like, yeah, it's no
back then like it is now.
Yeah, so like one of my favorite moments. That was one of my favorite moments because it's just funny. And
we don't condone what he did.
I mean, in reality, nobody should be doing stuff like that. But when you know it's just entertainment,
yeah.
it's funny. Like
Right, yeah.
you know that type of stuff is funny. But I think about JBL getting John Cena arrested like 5 days before WrestleMania, 2 days before WrestleMania. Like
that seems to be a shtick that WWE just likes to rock with, just arresting people during the show.
yeah, because they had a thing where they couldn't touch each other, or John Cena like vandalized his limo, so all that type of stuff. But JBL, remember he made Shawn Michaels work for him and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, 09.
Yeah, like
Yep. That
So-
was when Shawn Michaels was supposedly going through hard times.
oh bro, so JBL is just disgusting. But go ahead, bro.
Alright, for me, I kind of want to keep it on the topic of here real quick because these two guys specifically have been sitting in the back of my mind the entire video. I'm going with Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens as a heel.
You picking two?
Well, I like it's a tag team kind of thing because I'm going with them working as a tag team overall.
I really wanted to say Kevin Owens like my last pick, but I just didn't. I don't know.
Well, because like anyone could say what they want with like Chris Jericho individually because like I said he's proven himself time and time again.
You're not gonna boo Chris Jericho.
Yeah, he know how to get over as a heel, even like with like the list of Jericho. He got that over like crazy as a heel.
So, alright, fine. I'll stick with Kevin Owens specifically because I got more to say about him. It's just like
Okay.
this man comes in on the main roster and literally beats up John Cena on his first night.
Come on, man. I thought my man's was hashtag beat up John Cena.
He is, but Kevin Owens beat up John Cena before AJ Styles beat up John Cena.
He's smooth.
That didn't happen. But and then like he also, if I remember correctly, he stomped on the US title.
Yeah,
man,
first
he
night. Yeah, no
disrespected
disrespect.
it.
I mean, yeah, no respect.
Like he just stomped on that title
And
immediately.
then held the NXT title up
Like,
the
that's a
NXT
real title to
championship
beat.
just beat up the NXT champion, just beat John Cena like that.
He just disrespected that whole title. I was like, my title's better than yours. I mean, if you even want to go further back, I mean, look at what he did to his own best friend, Sami Zayn. He power bombed him on the corner of the ring. Like, that where he hit, that's like a bad, severe injury just waiting to happen.
Yeah, they say that's the hardest part of the ring.
Exactly. And then, like, you look at his run with when he got the Universal title in the Fatal 4-Way. How long he ran with that and what he did. Especially, like, when he got that title, the next time he's like, oh, yeah, I deserve it, but I don't need anyone telling me.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
Like, he was just going off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's okay as a babyface, too, but as a heel, he knows how to do it right.
I think he's a real good babyface, though. I think he's one of those people who do both really good.
He proved he could do both. At first, I'm like, can KO really be a babyface? But he did it decent, though.
Yeah. Well, what would you say then about his whole thing with Ezekiel? Would you label that as a face thing or a heel?
No, that was a heel thing.
Yeah, that was a heel thing because I feel like frustration was coming out, and it was because Ezekiel was presented as a babyface, like KO obviously power bombed him on the apron, wrote him off TV. Yeah, that was a heel thing. But KO been going crazy for a long time. He don't really get.
He been underrated.
He don't really get his respect that much either. But you know, that's how it be sometimes.
So for me, then Kevin Owens.
So you went with another heel, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
So you do two heels, then we'll do babyface to close it out.
Alright. So for me, for another heel, I'm going underrated. I'm going William Regal, man.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I'm going with my man's from Blackpool, England.
Underrated for
Devious.
Sure. Had it all.
Like brass knuckles. I'm talking about real wrestler, technician, the man is sacred.
Hey, you talking my talk, bro.
Like, that's what you want. And when I look at, like, his son right now is in NXT, Charlie Dempsey. I don't know if y'all know him.
No, he must be weak.
No, that's William Regal's son. Like, the way, the no knee pads, just how he looked like. And I'm interested in him. But yeah, back to William Regal. He was just a great heel. Like, he was evil. I remember the one run he had as GM when he had cut the lights out in the arena because the fans wouldn't, like, give him the respect. He had cut off the lights in the arena. I'm like, what? Who would just say, I'm going to just cut off all the lights in here? Like, when he was king of the ring, he was Intercontinental Champion. Like, he really was primed for a big push. He messed it up, though. You know, he got suspended.
Policy?
Yeah.
God damn it.
60 days. Came back, and then it was just over with. But I like William Regal, man. He one of the most underrated wrestlers and heels of all time. And I like
The one thing I like with the superstars you pick, and this is kind of, I'm referencing the phrase I said earlier, but he kind of paved a way for a lot of people. I mean, look at his Imperium as a whole.
Yeah, Matt is sacred, like I mentioned. That's how it.
So you going more, when you say he's influential.
He's influenced to a lot of today's superstars.
I was thinking, because a lot of the European wrestlers, like, you know, you look at...
Yeah, they look up to William.
Yeah, so, like, you look at, like, a really good heel, like Gunther and them, like...
Well, even that, it's just, like, a lot of the European promotions out there look up to him. Like I said, Imperium looks up to him, and then there's a whole group reference to him from Blackpool, England.
Combat Club.
The Blackpool Combat Club with the brass knuckles logo literally on the hoodies.
Yeah,
so
William Regal definitely a legend, man.
He's a legend, and he influenced a lot of people in a lot of different promotions.
That man.
Alright. I'm gonna go a little bit on the
So we're gonna close it out with a babyface.
Yep.
Oh, babyface. Alright.
We can do honorable mentions if we want for either or. Just specify.
Babyface. I'm going one of my favorite babyfaces, and I could have really put them in either or. I like when I'm able to put dudes in either or. Since we're going babyface, I'm going with Latino Heat. Eddie Guerrero.
Viva la raza.
Now, Eddie Guerrero as a babyface. Now, when we talk about heel or babyface, whichever one you want to go with, I'm going to go babyface. When you talk about babyface, first of all, come on, talent in the ring. Eddie Guerrero never missed in the ring. It didn't matter, especially when he was when he sobered up and he did he was having some of the best matches of his career. His passionate promos. What?
You said when he sobered up?
Yeah, I'm talking about, when he came back. He was having some of the best matches of his career. The match with Batista and stuff. he had his little demons, and that actually helped him get more over as a babyface. Him going through those demons and stuff.
Overcoming them odds.
When he talks about like that, I think about one of my favorite promos when he was going up against Brock. He's like, man, I was high.
That boy was fried, literally.
He was in the shower, passed out in Minneapolis, which is ironic because that's where he passed away. But you know that promo, you think about when he comes out through the crowd. Like I think about his celebration he had. It was just a regular SmackDown.
He beat Brock Lesnar, yeah.
And it was just balloons and all this stuff. Now he did do heel stuff still as a baby. Like he'll cheat like crazy.
That was him though.
For sure.
But it was over. The crowd rocked with it when he
So like I think about people with no weakness that could wrestle, that could do promos, that could be heel, that could be babyface. I think about Eddie Guerrero. Dude just had no weakness. And I could, like I said, I could put him in either box. But I feel like as a babyface, crowd, you that Viva La Raza. People looking on their feet. You came with the low rider, he was just over. Like, and you couldn't. Like, he was just built for that. So
remember Vince with the low rider?
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Vince's like, reaction.
Yeah, so just if you're gonna be Eddie's friend, don't win against him because he ain't gonna take it well. Go ahead.
So for me, I'm closing it out. Like I said, my superstars that I've been naming can go either way, especially with this last one. But I'm going with Randy Orton as the face.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't gonna face Randy Orton actually wasn't all that bad though. I prefer.
He cool.
If I'm narrowing down a timeline, I'd say especially everything with RK Bro as a whole.
Yeah, okay, that's when he was like a better baby. When I just felt like he was a heel. He was a babyface doing like heel stuff to heels.
What about 2011 babyface when he was feuding with Christian?
Nah, cause you could still see a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, but then you could clearly see level. I like him because as a face, he, like I said, the stuff with RK Bros for 1 and 2, like some of the little funny stuff he'll do in between. Like he had that match against David Otunga for the Christmas episode, and Michael Cole had those cookies, and he took one and said, "Oh, this ain't that bad," and then just hits him with the cookie tray.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even remember that match.
I'll have to show you later on.
Nobody remembers too much from David Otunga.
But
we just know he's Jennifer Hudson's husband. That's all we know him for.
But like I said, you could easily with him put him in the heel category, and he has done a lot of good heel work. Like I said earlier when I was talking about Edge with Rated RKO, so it is there. To me, he is one of those guys that can transition either way. They might disagree with me, they might agree with me.
He cool as a babyface. He cool. I just like he's a beast as a
Randy fan. You like both,
for sure.
I'm also a little biased too, because like I had said to both of you, and I believe I've said it on screen. 2012 when I came in, that was also one of the prime feuds I saw with Randy Orton and Alberto Del Rio, and Randy Orton was face at that time too, so I'm a little biased. Yeah. But like I said, he's good as a heel, he's good as a face, but for that I'm going as he's one of the good baby faces, specifically with RK Bro.
Well, I got one of the all-time great baby faces. I'm going with the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was one of the great baby faces in WWE history.
When you saw
you gotta look at it. He always was over. Fans, little kids wearing the little things and the paint on their face, coloring their hair.
The amount of videos you see of people doing the twist of fade on a trampoline.
When he won the WWE champion, he had one of the same Eddie-like celebrations.
Yeah, I remember that,
with confetti coming down, balloons, fire, pyro blowing up. Like, Jeff Hardy, as much as WWE did him bogus late in his career, as far as having him put over too many talents.
What? Like how? How is that bogus?
Because Jeff Hardy a Hall of Famer. I feel like Jeff.
He's saying more around when he came back.
Like when he came back, yeah, like his last run. Like
what's wrong? He's old. Like
but still, over. But no, I get it. Like you supposed to put over people, but they had him like chasing after the 24/7.
All right, that's too far.
That's Jeff Hardy. Like. Right. That's one of the all-time greats, but I just like Jeff Hardy as his baby face. He was a baby face his whole career, his whole run. So yeah. And plus I rock with him. Charismatic enigma.
Unfortunately, wellness policy got him one too many times.
He just can't get it right.
He just couldn't stop.
Even in, I know we weren't talking outside other promotions, but even he couldn't even pass AEW's wellness policy.
And
He
they
still
let-
hasn't brought him
and
back.
they
And
let
AEW don't even drug
They
test.
let
Look how,
you do anything though.
look how big some of these dudes are. They ain't drug testing over there.
Look at Brian Cage.
That boy, massive.
He on the
Wardlow,
roads.
massive. But you know, look, we named off some. Let us know if y'all think we wasn't, you know, if we said some names y'all thought that we didn't say that we should have said in the comment section.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
If we want to, let's go. But real quick, let's go. People who could do both. I want to go Christian. I want to go Edge. I want to go Jericho. I want to go Batista. You know, if y'all got some people who could do both, Edge.
Triple H.
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go on the female side of things. I'm gonna go Bayley. She could do both. She proved she could be a great baby face, and she's obviously killing it as a heel.
I'll piggyback. I'm gonna say Becky.
Becky definitely could do both.
Yeah, she did her thing when she came back with that Conor McGregor thing.
Charlotte.
Well, going back to the men's a little
Not
bit.
both.
We'll go back.
I mean, when she was babyface in 2017, she was getting cheered though. When she won the SmackDown Women's title and Ric Flair came out, she was getting cheered though. And then obviously when she healed, people just. But I feel like people just don't like.
All right, let's go to another one. Let's go Oscar.
I don't really count Oscar though.
I like that as a heel.
I mean, but like, how do you? I don't really know. Like,
I don't even know when the
right.
leg
Like,
was
I don't even know when she faced or she's just Oscar. Like, I feel
Alright,
like
cool.
Oscar. Just
Oscar, I feel like it's one of those where it's just always in between. She's not a face, but she's not a heel at the same time, unless
like,
they're specific.
She's just funny.
We said Batista.
Yeah.
I'd say Seth.
One heel
Seth
we
Rollins.
didn't mention.
Roman Reigns. Well, no, Roman Reigns, all right.
Yeah, Roman, yeah, but he clearly this is his thing
Yeah.
right now. But we didn't mention Baron Corbin as one of the top heels, like
For sure.
All right, but what are you saying overall or a specific time period?
just
overall,
well, in general, but in this generation, basically, because I don't think he a all-time great heel,
For sure.
but he a good heel in this era.
Just say something off the cuff to see how you react. Think he's second coming to JBL?
He could.
He is a modern day wrestling god.
He up there. I mean, he got like people boo him like crazy, but let's you know.
But yeah, we gonna close this one out, man. We went crazy.
Well, I
Let
want to
us
say
know-
something. I
go
promised
ahead.
y'all a 35-minute video.
It's already.
These guys were
Yeah,
talking
Yeah,
about while I was gone.
see, last week our videos was 15 minutes max. Now we back to 37 minutes. So yeah, that's because we got our mans back. But let us know in the comments what y'all think about the video. Like, subscribe, do what y'all do. I'm your boy Morrow.
I'm your boy Emily.
Money Making Jam, we out.